All right, today's property management talk is called Savers Are Losers. And we see this situation all the time with rental property owners. Many landlords try to save money on their rental properties. I get it, we're property owners as well. But they cut corners, they delay repairs, they avoid upgrades, they do the absolute minimum to keep the property functioning. And on the surface, that seems like a smart financial decision. But in reality, it almost always becomes a losing strategy. Let me explain why. When owners try to save money by cutting corners, the property becomes less appealing to tenants. Maybe the appliances are out of date. Maybe the maintenance is a little delayed. Maybe the property just doesn't feel well cared for. And the tenants notice. But when owners take the opposite approach, when they maintain the property properly and make thoughtful upgrades, something very important happens. The tenants stay longer. Tenant retention is one of the biggest drivers of profitability in rental property ownership. When tenants stay longer, you avoid a lot of expensive costs. You avoid turnover repairs, avoid vacancy periods, you avoid paying leasing fees to find new tenants. All of those things add up. Now, here's the second benefit. Now, when the property does become vacant, nice properties rent so much faster. We see this constantly. A well-maintained, attractive property gets attention immediately. If the property is priced appropriately and looks great, it can get rented very quickly, sometimes even at a higher price than similar properties in the area. So instead of sitting vacant for weeks, it gets filled quickly. That means less lost rent and more consistent cash flow for you. And here's another advantage people don't always think about. Tenants tend to take better care of a property that's well maintained. Now, that's not guaranteed. Nothing's guaranteed in property management, but in many cases, tenants respect a property more when it's clean, updated, clearly cared for. That often means less damage when they move out, which means the next make-ready process is much smaller and less expensive. Instead of a massive renovation, it might just be a basic cleaning and minor touch-ups. Now, here's the big thing. When you manage rental property, you can't just think about today's expenses. You have to think about 10 years down the road. If you want to cut corners today, you might save a few $100, but over time, that decision can cost thousands in vacancy, turnover, and property damage. So if your current property manager is telling you always do things the cheapest way possible, that may not be the best strategy for your investment. A well-maintained rental property should focus on long-term performance and not short-term savings. At VP Property Management, we help investors maintain their properties the right way so they attract better tenants, rent faster, and perform better over time. If you want to maximize your long-term performance of your rental portfolio instead of constantly chasing problems, we'd love to talk with you. Click the link below to put your information into the rental analysis, to reach out to VP Property Management, and we'll help you get your property positioned for long-term success.